want to become an entrepreneur, the real question is your why. Like, your why has to be strong enough. And I know we hear it all the times, like from different people, and even from that author, Simon Sinek, I think that's his name, that your why has to be strong enough. So I look at it this way: when it comes to entrepreneurship, you have two different options, right? You're going to do it either for the right reasons, or you're going to do it for the wrong reasons. And when you think about the wrong reasons, you're going to, it might sound like, hey, I'm going into entrepreneurship because, I don't want to work for someone, or I want to have my freedom, my decision making, or I just want to make money. I just want to go ahead and be my own boss. And the reality is that when you decide to become an entrepreneur, you're not really your own boss, because everybody else owns you. Your customers own you, your suppliers own you. Everybody that has anything to do with your business owns you. And so now, when you decide to become an entrepreneur for a different reason, because it's purpose driven, that's going to allow you to continue pursuing entrepreneurship in the moments that it gets really difficult. And when you think about difficulty in entrepreneurship, we're living in a society right now where entrepreneurship is another word that's being thrown out there, like it's that lightly, like it's that easy. And the things that are being put in front of our faces is making it seem like it's easy because of what people display. But in our reality, when you decide to become an entrepreneur and you're purpose driven and you're value driven and you're doing it for people, to impact for the greater good, it's gonna take some time, right? And so, like, what we're seeing online right now is that you have a lot of people, showcasing their lifestyle. And this is what entrepreneurship can do for you. And a lot of people then tend to think that, yeah, that's what's going to happen. Like, the minute I decide to become an entrepreneur, I'm going to see this massive level of success. And that's not the reality. The reality is that when you want to build something great, it's going to take time. It's going to take a very long time. And there's just going to be moments where everything inside of you will be tested to see if whether or not you want to continue pursuing it. And that's why your why is important, right? Because if your why is not strong enough, if that vision in your head is not strong enough, when those moments do happen, when you don't have any money in your account, you're sitting at a negative and you owe every single body, those are going to be the moments, the defining moments, to whether or not you're going to continue with your business. And the reality is that most businesses fail because of poor cash management, right? And or lack of capital. So if you're already starting off with lack of capital, the chances of you, succeeding or seeing some level of success is pretty low. So if your why is strong enough, it's going to keep you going forward and not even pay attention to those outside factors that you can't control in those moments. So we're living in a world, again, where entrepreneurship is being thrown out there like it's very simple, it's very easy, and you're going to see this massive level of success and you're going to see a lot of money coming in. And it's not like that. There's going to be moments where you're not going to even have money coming in for months, and even when that money comes in, it has to be reinvested back into the business. And I think a lot of us, might be experts at what it is that we do great, but we're not experts at running a business. And that's the other problem that I'm starting to see going on with a lot of these entrepreneurs, is that you might be great at selling your service or your product, but you don't know how to run a business, right? And in order for you to run a business, I get the whole take action, figure it out later, and all that stuff. Like, yeah, that sounds great, but you have to be strategic. You have to be really, really strategic. When you say you want to go ahead and focus on building something, a business, you have to be strategic. And so my advice to you is that if you're deciding and you're considering to open up a business, really list your why. Start off there. Why is it that I want to go ahead and start a business? Why is it that I want to, leave my security? Meaning, if you're working somewhere else, you have something that's, that you can depend on to go all into entrepreneurship, because that right there you're going to save yourself, right? Like wisdom is everything. So by you knowing like, hey, is this the right move for me to make? Is my why strong enough? And entrepreneurship is innovation. It's what changes the world when it's done the right way.